In this video, I'm going to show you how to calculate the area of polygons and add that area measurement to your attribute table. There's a couple different reasons you might want to do this. One is if you do any sort of operation that changes your shapefiles or your polygons in your shapefile, anything in the attribute table, like area measurements, are not going to update. That's static, right? And so they'll all be wrong. So that's really important. The other one is if you change the, if your projection was wrong and you reproject or define a projection, you could also end up with different area, and you might want to make sure to recalculate. And so there's a lot of different things you can calculate. We're just going to show area, but the way to do this is first let's go into the attribute table. So again, as always, right click, then attribute table, and what we're going to do is add a new column. So we can add a field, clicking on the add button. And here we see we have a new field. The other reason you might want to do this is, like, we have a shape area here, but we don't know what units it's in. And so we could just create our own and specify the units. That way we know for sure. So we could say area square kilometers and hit enter. We could also give it an alias. I'm going to just call that area square kilometers as well. You can specify what data type if you want it to be any of these other things, but we're just going to have it be a long decimal, and then tell it which number format. So we just want this to be numeric, and let's make it to 2 decimal places. Say okay. We can make it as many decimal places as you want, especially since it's a long data type. And then we will just hit X, close it out, save all changes, yes. And then you'll see, if we go out here, we have this new column called area square kilometers, and there's a bunch of nulls in it. So if we right click that, just right click the top of the column, you'll see that you have a number of different options, one of which is calculate geometry. You can also calculate fields. So you could, what this will do is you can calculate this column based on other values in the column. So let's say you wanted to divide area by mean elevation or something. So we're going to do calculate geometry. So we have our input features. This is the column we want to calculate. We want to calculate area. And then it's going to populate, it's going to say what unit do you want? And we've already told ourselves it's going to be square kilometers. So let's say square kilometers, and then click OK. And here you go. So area in square kilometers, 75. You can see the area over here is 75, 3, blah, blah, blah. So this is probably like square meters or something. But so we just calculated that area. And if you change this in some way and then just wanted to calculate again, you can go back and do calculate geometry again, and it'll replace the existing geometry, the existing calculated values with the new ones after you've done whatever operation you've done. So that's how to calculate area and add it to your attribute table.